Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to the 361 lab 6. Now I will demonstrate how to calculate the question 3 by hand. I will give you 1 minute to read this question. In this question, the question is ask us to compare the number of people having headache near or far away from the highway. So we first write down our null hypothesis and our alternative hypothesis. To compare this one, see whether there is a difference between them. So the null hypothesis should be no differences. The alternative hypothesis, there is a difference. Then we need to calculate the z value. First, we need to choose which method we will use here. By analyzing this data, we find these two group of people are actually totally two groups. They are not the same group in the different time period. So we should choose the unmatched pair method, Mann-Whitney unmatched pair method. To calculate the z-score, we need to follow the equation here. The z-score is the z-value we need. To calculate this value, we need to calculate each of this value. So first, we need to calculate the wi. What is the wi? In the previous slide, we can find actually the wi could be w1, first group, or the second group. It's the sum of ranks for sample 1 or the sum of ranks for sample 2, which means we need to put all these values, 2 columns, into 1 column, and then calculate the ranking. So I create 2 columns here. One is just called the near group, and the other called the far away group. We assign 1 to the near group. And then we assign 2 to the far group. Then we open a new tab, just copy this data to the same column. The first column is the number of people having headache. And the second column is the group target group. We create the third column to record the ranking, to record the ranks. The function we use should use the rank average function. Rank average function. We want to know the rank of this value in all the values by using ascending order. Then we apply this equation to the rest of cells. Okay. For the group 1, the sum of ranks equals to the sum of this value. And for the group 2, the sum of ranks equals to the sum of this value from C13 to C21. Okay. Yeah. So now we have the W1 and the W2. In the calculation, actually, we only need W1 or the W2. So here I use the W1 demonstrates the calculation. Then we need to calculate the X1 bar. This means the average ranking of the X1. The equation is here. The N1 is the how many variable we have, how many data we have in the group 1. We can find that we have 11 variables here. So we just put this number into this equation. Then we can find the W1 bar equals to 11 times 11 plus how many number we have in the group 2? We have 9 values in the group 2. So the N2 equals to 9. So the 11 plus 9 plus 1 divided by 2. So this value is the X1 bar. Then we need to calculate the standard deviation of the ranking. We need to follow this equation. The N1 is 11, the N2 is 9. We just put the value in this equation. Then we can figure out the value here. Here is the equation. We just put the N1 and N2 to this equation. Then we can calculate the result. After we figure out the W1 bar and the standard deviation, we can calculate our z-score. Our z-score equals to the W1 minus the W1 bar divided by the standard deviation. Actually, you can also use the W2 or the W2 bar to calculate this one. I think you can get the similar result. You can try that in your assignment. So the z-score here is minus 2.16. To show your work, you can just paste your calculation or paste your Excel table in your answer sheet. Then I can figure out the answer is calculated by yourself. After this step, we need to figure out what is the critical Z value. Let's open that Z table again. So this time we want to know whether these two groups have differences. The alpha value is 0.05, right? So which means the tail part, the area of tail, and plus the area of height equals to 0.05. So each of these one equals to 0.025, right? So then the orange part here is the 0.5 minus this value. We can figure out this value is 0.475. We need to figure out the Z value of we need to figure out the Z value for this area. Let's go to the Z table. We can find they're just here, right? Let me show you here. Which means our critical value is 1.96, right? So our critical value is 1.96. So what is our Z value? Our Z value is negative 2.6. So the area for the boundary for this height part is negative 1.96. So our part is at the left of this critical boundary, which means we can reject our non-hypothesis. So this is the work you need to do for the question 3. You also need to copy your Excel calculation table to this answer sheet to show your work. Okay, this is all for the question 3.